I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of John, chapter 5. Let's focus on verses 41 through 47. I do not accept glory from men, but I know you, that you have no love for God within you. I have come in my Father's name, and yet you don't accept me. If someone else comes in his own name, you will accept him. How can you believe? While accepting glory from one another, you don't seek the glory that comes only from God. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. Your accuser is Moses, on whom you have set your hope. For if you believed Moses, you would believe me, because he wrote about me. But if you don't believe his writings, how will you believe my words? Once again, John 5, verses 41 through 47. Now, I admit it. I'm not a very smart guy. I went to public school in Arkansas. But even I know that Moses is kind of big for Judaism. And I've mentioned before that my wife and I try to visit Israel as often as possible. And if we go again, I hope you go with us. And people ask me if it ever gets old seeing the same old sights in Israel. And to be honest, there's only two sites that I'm excited about seeing in Israel anymore. And those sites are, number one, watching people experience Israel for the first time. And number two, I like watching Israelis hearing and receiving the gospel. A young lady who attended my Riverside, California Bible study many years ago once shared a conversation that she had with a Jewish schoolmate. And she invited her Jewish friend to my Bible study, but her friend says, well, I'm not going to go because you can't be Jewish and believe in Jesus. And in essence, what the girl was saying was that Moses and Jesus don't mix. And this is a misconception that many Jewish people still have, as well as many Christians, quite frankly. And that misconception involves the exclusivity of salvation by faith in Jesus. Now, the standard Jewish argument is that you must be either Jewish or Christian, but you can't be both. And I could argue this point all day, but the truth lies in Jesus' words and not mine. Jesus is telling Israel's religious leaders that the most Jewish thing they could do is to believe in him, the Messiah. And going further to prove his point, Jesus adds, it's not going to be me, it will be Moses who judges Jews who refuse to believe in Jesus as the Messiah. Now, he's also saying that if Jews don't follow him, then not only do they not receive his atonement, which he bought on the cross, but they also don't even understand Moses. My advice to the girl in our study, the one with the Jewish friend, was that she continue to share her faith, even though her friend has articulated a so-called intellectual conundrum about reckoning her Jewishness with following Jesus. Because the most anti-Semitic thing that you could do is to withhold the Messiah of Israel from a Jewish person. So press on. Don't be a jerk, but press on with the gospel in truth and in love. And pray that the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, will open the eyes and the hearts of both Jewish and Gentiles and beyond. Furthermore, pray for revival among all people, both Jews and Gentiles, in our day. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And your giving to Groundworks Ministries transforms lives. Would you consider making a donation to Groundworks Ministries today? We need your monthly support now more than ever. And donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.